Hello and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I thought it would be fun to take a look at who is currently thinking about you. And so this is going to be about them and identifying who they are. With that said, please feel free to pause the video, pick whichever card is speaking the most to you, and let's get into today's reading. Hello Pile 1 and welcome to your reading. If you chose the yellow star, this is going to be your reading for today about who is currently thinking about you. We are going to try to tap into their energy and get a reading on them and who they are, and we'll just see what comes out in the cards. So with that said, let's get into it. Who is currently thinking about Pile 1? Who is currently thinking... Oh, fell on the floor. Okay. Right, we have the Wheel of Fortune. Who is currently thinking about Pile 1? Spirit, who is currently thinking? Okay, we have the Tower and the Two of Wands. Interesting, okay. Who is currently thinking about Pile 1? Spirit, who is currently thinking? Okay. I gotta say that it feels like this person's energy may be a little bit chaotic. I don't know if that resonates, or they might currently be going through a chaotic period of time in their life. So I don't know what's going on with this person, but the way the cards are behaving and the fact that we have the Tower and this energy here is leading me to believe that they might be going through something right now. Okay, who is currently thinking about Pile 1? Spirit, who is currently thinking? Okay, we have the Three of Wands. Okay, interesting. Definitely there's a transitional period happening for this person. Whether they want it to be happening or not, things are definitely shifting and changing in this person's life. Who is currently thinking about... Okay. And your last card also fell on the floor. Ooh, okay. We have the Ace of Pentacles. Okay, and I will get into these cards and some intuitive messages, but I wanted to take your oracle cards as well, just so that we have kind of the complete context here before I really get into it. I think there might be definitely a message that this person's energy is a little bit ungrounded right now, but I think they are trying to rebalance themselves. I think they're excited about... There is definitely something going... Sorry, I'm going to interrupt myself. There's definitely something going on energetically. I don't know if you can hear it, but my cat is just going crazy in the other room. And so there, and I'm picking up on a kind of a chaotic energy here. I'm making a conscious effort to slow down with the way that I'm speaking and be very intentional about my word choices. But there's definitely like the winds of change is what is coming to me. And I think that is something the person who's thinking about you is currently going through. There might also be a message. So that part of the context of these cards is you might have also provided a catalyst for important changes that are going on with this person. Like if these cards are saying this is how you know Pile 1, this is how you will recognize who Pile 1 is, it could be that the two of you have kind of come together, and then there was like maybe a Tower moment for one or the both of you. It might have been a Tower moment for this person because we do have the Tower here, which is just like coming in and creating a shift or a change in someone else's life. And that, again, that might be true just for this person. They might have connected with you, and through their connection with you, have started to go through a process of shifting and changing. You might recognize that as something that you are also going through as a result of coming into connection with this person, or there might be you know, it's a general reading. There might be a message that completely unrelated to their connection with you. They just happen to be going through a period of chaos in their life right now, where things seem a little bit up in the air for them. Like they don't really know how things are going to work out. But I do think that they are feeling hopeful about their future, whether that is in regards to you or just in general, because we're tapping into their energy with this spread right here. So the first oracle card we have is Hummus. It says mysterious, exciting, impressive. And that could very well be tied into the mysteriousness in terms of not knowing how things are going to land after this tower moment. Like not, oh, I just realized this is too high. Not realize, or not, maybe not realizing, maybe that was a Freudian slip, not realizing something about somebody until it's revealed to you with the mysteriousness, not knowing how something is going to work out and wanting to take that first step forward anyway because it is exciting. And with impressive, that might be something that you might feel about this person, or this might be something that they think that you are impressed by them. If that, because this is coming from their higher self, so it's like for some reason they might have the impression that you are really impressed with them, that you find them exciting, that you find them to be a little bit mysterious. There's a quality of the unknown here, as I was saying, and there might also be a quality, as I said, that like you might be aware that this person is currently going through a process of change, or there just might be something a little bit chaotic about their energy, and that can be exciting. It can be exciting to be around somebody who is a little bit ungrounded, you know, who seems to be a little bit all over the place, or who is going through a process of change. Like that energy can be attractive. So I did want to say that, and not just attractive in a romantic sense. It can be like fun and exciting to be kind of caught up in that whirlwind, no matter what the context of the relationship is. So the next oracle, oh, this is interesting, we have is forgiveness. So again, I don't know if you can hear my cat. He's definitely in a chaotic energy right now. Yeah, forgiveness. This is an interesting message. We're tapping into who they are and what their energy is right now, and so they might currently be working on forgiveness. They might be in a place or a situation where they feel like somebody has wronged them or done them wrong, and they're working on how to forgive certain people or situations in their life that have had kind of a negative or shocking impact on them. Like the tower can be traumatic. It doesn't have to be, but it can be, because it represents like a shocking or sudden change that was just unexpected, which can be extremely ungrounding. And so when something like this happens, there can be a need to go through a process of forgiveness. This could also apply to, you know, forgiving the universe for shaking things up, you know, in a way that was unwanted or unexpected in some way. This can also be referring to, again, if we're tapping into this person energy, it could be that they also have a sense of guilt and feel like they are either deserving of forgiveness or like, not necessarily deserving of forgiveness, but like they're asking for forgiveness, or like grace or leniency for something that they might have said or done in the past. That might, you know, again, it's a general reading, so take it however it resonates for your situation, but that might be the connection there to forgiveness. And then we have this archetype card. It is the light attributes of the dilettante, which says, delights in the arts without having to be a professional, alerts you to the dangers of becoming superficial in your pursuits. So this is interesting. This is kind of giving me a sense with the spread that we have here. If I was doing this reading for you as like a, you know, tapping into your energy, what I would say is, it seems like you're at a period of time in your life where there is almost like a lightning moment of epiphany where like you're hit with a moment of inspiration, or you discover a sudden passion, or the thing that like you're Maybe your status quo has been disrupted in some way, as something that was meant to happen, so that you could pursue something that is going to be much more of a passion, but you are starting at the beginning. And so like this tower moment was meant to open your mind to other possibilities and perhaps having like a bright and positive future, but planting the seed of potential. And it's like with the Ace of Pentacles and the dilettante archetype, this would be saying, I'm investing my time, energy, and resources into something new. I'm learning something. I'm starting with a beginner's mind that might have something to do with something creative or artistic. You know, we can see there's a plant, so it might be gardening, there's a painting, it might be like painting, there's a book, reading, writing, and it looks like a pot, so maybe learning how to cook. It's just like discovering a new passion or interest, and then saying like, I don't care if I have to start at the very beginning, I want to learn this thing. So it's and because it gives me joy, because it sparks my passion. But it could be like, I didn't realize this was something that that I could pursue, you know, until you know, the universe basically came in and shifted my focus for me and opened this up as a possibility for me, as something like, oh, actually I can do this. And I don't need to be a professional at it. I can start wherever I am. And with the ace that we have here being the Ace of Pentacles, there might be a message that discovering that you don't have to be a professional. You don't need any kind of professional training. You don't need a professional degree to go ahead and start making money with whatever you're working on. Like, you know, for example, like if you're learning how to make pottery, you know, and you start selling some of your pottery on Etsy, but you don't have a fine arts degree, you never went to school for it, but you just started doing it in your spare time, and you're like starting a business. That is something that I would, and it would be like something that maybe came as a shock to you that, oh, I could actually pursue this because it excites me. I don't need to be a professional at it, and I can still do it just because it's fun. That to me would be how I would interpret the dilettante with this spread if I was reading just for you. That interpretation might be relevant to where this person currently is at in their life. Like there's been an element of destiny with this Wheel of Fortune. That's usually positive when the Wheel of Fortune comes out upright. This is usually, it's something that was meant to happen, and it's a portent of good luck. You know, we're working with the flow, with the current of the universe, and then having the Tower as the next card is like, this was a predetermined Tower moment that was like just gonna come in like a lightning bolt and disrupt the status quo. Is something that was meant to happen. The Two of Wands being the next card, the Two of Wands talks about really about potential. It's like opening our mind to the potential in front of us, and the potential pathways forward. And it can be that moment when we realize that there are other possibilities than what we have been told that there were, or than what we assumed that there were, or just like, oh, like I'm suddenly realizing that I can do anything and I can go anywhere. And if there were fears that were holding me back, or if I just got really comfortable in the status quo, whatever it was, this Tower moment might not be a negative thing. This is like saying, oh, this is opening my eyes to the potential future that might be out there for me. If I can, you know, just have the courage to pursue something that might be a little bit outside of my comfort zone. Something that is mysterious, exciting, and impressive, you know. And so that was what I would say about that. And then we have the Three of Wands, which and I think that this is an interesting. With the Two of Wands, this is like starting the process of exploring the potential. The Three of Wands combined with the Ace of Pentacles is like saying, I'm investing my energy time, money, resources, whatever this is. If there's like a startup cost involved, like again, if you're making artwork, if you're doing anything like that, usually you need to buy something, like whether it's, you know, canvas and paintbrushes, or if you want to make a YouTube channel, it's like you need to have a camera or editing software. You know, there might be some start-off costs that are being represented here. It's like we're planting the seeds, and with the Three of Wands, we are patiently waiting for that return on our investment. We are moving forward with the optimistic, positive outlook that whatever we are investing on will pay off eventually, because whatever we're doing is in alignment with our divine path. That this feels so good because it's delighting in the arts without having to be a professional. It's like we're delighting in whatever this process is, and because it feels good, we know we are in alignment with our divine path. And it was something that we might not have realized was a potential pathway forward for us until something came in and disrupted the status quo. So it might be that what is being represented on this forgiveness card might be needing to forgive the person who's thinking about you. Might be in a process where they feel like they need to learn how to forgive themselves and other people, and perhaps society as a greater whole, for keeping them in a place where they didn't realize that this was a potential pathway forward for them. Maybe they felt like they were being held back. Maybe they felt like other people were intentionally telling them that they couldn't do something, or that they weren't talented enough, or that I wasn't going to be possible for whatever reason. You know, for whatever reason somebody would want to do that. There might be, and even maybe forgiving themselves for saying like, oh, this couldn't work out for me, or there's no point putting my energy or time into this thing if there's not going to be a potential future payoff, you know, and getting to a place where it's like, oh, I can just make art because it's fun. You know, I can just do this creative thing, or pursue this passion because it's fun. You know, there doesn't need to be a potential payday in order for this thing to be worthwhile. And there might be a process of forgiveness and healing that has to do with forgiving maybe other people, and or this person forgiving themselves for maybe holding themselves back. And so if this is resonating for you, what I would say about this person who is currently thinking about you is there's a potential message here, if this resonates, that you might have been part of the catalyst. You might have been part of this tower moment for this person where their perspective shifted, where their eyes were opened to the possibilities that are like their eyes were open to the potential that they have. Their eyes were open to the fact that it is okay to do something creative or fun just because it feels good. You know, then if this is somebody who you would recognize as maybe being very logical, very, very, analytical, methodical, you know, and somebody who historically has not pursued creative things. They might have seen it as a waste of time or whatever, and maybe you have come in and helped open their eyes. And if that's the case, then I would say that this person is probably very grateful for that. And it could be also with the forgiveness there. They might have, if this is a relationship or, romantic or platonic, whatever, if this connection, if you're no longer speaking to this person, or you have no contact with them and the connection kind of died, they might have really resisted the tower for a while, or not wanted to admit that you were right, or whatever it was. And if you tried to kind of open their mind to something, and they were resistant, and then they might have walked away for whatever reason, the forgiveness card might be saying that that they feel feel badly about that, and that again, it's not necessarily that they deserve to be forgiven, but they might be like asking, this might be their higher self saying like, I know I screwed up, I'm really grateful for what you did for me, and you know, I'm just asking for some forgiveness here because I realized that you were right after the fact. That might be something that resonates for you, but you know, it again, it's a general reading. It could be interpreted multiple different ways, but I do think it's kind of interesting, this person's energy. I would say I'm getting a feeling of gratitude, and I was like, there is a little bit of chaos. It's a little bit chaotic, and and you know, I was picking up on that, a little bit of a chaotic energy, and so it could be that it's like this person is just starting to get their ducks in a row. They're just starting to get their stuff together, after having had this disruption to their life in some way, and that might be the energy I was picking up on. With that said, I do feel like I'm starting to ramble, so I'm going to wrap it up here. Thank you very much for watching. If you like this video, please feel free to give it a like. Please comment down below and let me know how it resonated for you. If you like my videos, you want to see more from me, you can feel free to subscribe to my channel. I also have a Patreon where I post bonus content, and an Etsy shop where I do currently have private readings available. So the link to those will be in the description. And with that said, thank you very much for watching Pile 1, and I do hope to see you in my next video. Hello Pile 2, and welcome to your reading. If you chose a blue star, this is going to be your reading for today, where we are asking who is currently thinking about you. And this is going to be a reading about them and their energy, maybe some insight into what they might be currently going through. There might be some connection to how they feel about you, or your connection with this person, but you know, we'll just see whatever comes out in the cards and take it from there. So with that said, let's get into it. Who's currently thinking about Pile 2? Who's currently, okay. Oop, okay, we have the Elder of Cups. This would be the King of Cups. Oop. Okay, we have the Nine of Cups. We have Three of Pentacles and the Emperor. Okay. Right off the bat, this might be a masculine figure, or a parental figure, or a father figure. Just because we have this King of Cups and the Emperor energy, Emperor representing the Divine Masculine, but it doesn't have to be. So just wanted to throw that out there. We will get one more card for you. Who is currently, okay. Okay, and then we have the Five of Pentacles. This could also be with the Three of Pentacles and the Emperor here, might be like a boss, if you have a boss, or a coworker, some sort of type of maybe working relationship. And again, with the Emperor and the King of Cups here, the Emperor is again representing the Divine Masculine, and then the King being the you know, in the hierarchy of the court cards, the King would be at the top of the hierarchy. So, and with the coworker energy of the Three of Pentacles, again, somebody in a position of authority over you, and that might have to do with the work environment. Doesn't have to. Just take it however it resonates. It's a general reading. And with that said, we are going to take your oracle cards. So the first one we have, ooh, okay. First one we have is the Margarita. Bring these down a little, which says artificial, ignorant, and careless. With the other energies we have here, this is kind of to maybe telling me a story about somebody who might have portrayed themselves as a King of Cups, when in reality that was not accurate to who they really are. They might have been wearing a mask. Yeah, this is it. This card's giving a totally different spin on the cards, the spread that we have here for you. Like this spread might be how this person likes to portray themselves or how they like to think of themselves. But with this, the artificial, ignorant, and careless, it's like, oh, this person might not mean what they say, and this might be like the image they try to project. But this is the reality of the situation. And then we have, okay, we have protection. And what's interesting is we have masculine energy down here in the spread, and then we have the protection of a feminine figure, who, when I see this card, I think it is meant to represent Mother Earth. It also reminds me of the Empress, which in opposition to the Emperor would represent the divine feminine. And so, this person, I think, kind of has angel wings. This might be a message that there might be a feminine figure or a mother figure, a maternal figure, or a spirit guide who has been protecting you, or an angel, particularly a feminine or female angel, who has been protecting you from this situation here. You know, it's reminding me of the phrase, you know, rejection is my protection. If this was somebody who you might have wanted to have a romantic connection with, or if this was something on the opposite side of the spectrum where this might have been a family member or particularly a paternal figure who just was not there for you or couldn't give you the type of love that you needed, there was some feminine aspect or figure that has been protecting you from the darker side of this person. And I do have other things to say about that. We'll get into that later. So we do have this archetype came out upside down, which means that it's the shadow attributes. I'm going to put it right side up just so we can read it. The seeker archetype, the shadow attribute, inability to commit to a path once found. So this, non-committal energy, which does not vibe with the King of Cups or the Emperor. These are the King of Cups and an Emperor. Both are committed energies. The King of Cups because they don't want to play with anybody's heart or intentionally hurt somebody's feelings. The King of Cups would be able to communicate if they wanted to leave or they weren't ready to commit. The Emperor is a very committed energy. It's a very responsible energy. And the Emperor again is like fully committed to whatever they have decided to commit themselves to. So again, this is giving me this is what this person wants to portray about themselves. This is the reality of who they are, and you have been protected in some way from this person's real self or their true self, and or if you feel like you have not been protected from maybe some heartbreak or the reality of the situation, and you're like, well, you didn't protect me because I still got hurt. This might just be a message that your connection with this person has been meant to be a lesson in discernment so that you could be better able to protect yourself in the future. As frustrating as that might be to hear, I don't like to hear that in videos. I'm like, well, why did I have to get hurt to learn a lesson? That doesn't seem very loving to me. But, that's part of the human experience, unfortunately. It's part of what our souls come to Earth to learn. And a lot of it is, unfortunately, needing to learn the hard way. And that's, again, just part of the human experience. And so there might be a message about that. And as always, just take whatever resonates for you. And the spread here is kind of telling a bit of a story here. I'm getting the sense that with the King of Cups and the Nine of Cups here, this person, and with it, like artificial, ignorant, careless, this person might not realize, or they might be in denial or lying to themselves about the fact that they're not actually a King of Cups and they're not actually the Nine of Cups. Again, as I said, a King of Cups is somebody who is very emotionally mature. They are very responsible, but nurturing, loving, emotionally available. the King of Cups would be a great person to have any kind of relationship with, whether platonic, romantic, familial, whatever it is. The King of Cups is a great person to be around. They are always very attentive and sensitive to other people's feelings. They would never intentionally do something that would hurt another person, and that's why I'm saying, if the King of Cups was aware that they were not ready or willing to make a commitment to someone or something, they would not make that commitment. And they would communicate that very clearly, because they do not want to do anything that's going to result in somebody getting their feelings hurt. That is not in alignment with what a King of Cups would represent. So we have the King of Cups, and then we have this Nine of Cups. The Nine of Cups represents like wish fulfillment. It represents, it's like a high level of emotional fulfillment. You know, it's the 9 and then the 10. It's a high level of fulfillment, and it is heavily associated with manifesting something that you have wished for or wanted for a long time. It's like your soul's deepest desire, and it's that feeling of fulfillment when you get what you've wanted all this time, and it turns out to be exactly as good as you wanted, and or even better than what you wanted. And what's interesting is in this deck we have this like the floofed out dandelion, and I know that people say that when you blow on it on the dandelion and the little poofs go everywhere, that is meant to, like, you're meant to make a wish, and then you send that wish out into the universe on those little poofs, and the idea is that your wish will come true when you do that. And so there is a connection to wish fulfillment, to sending something out into the universe, trying to manifest something. And so that's why, you know, this might be how this person is portraying themselves. And with like this, they might not even know that they're not actually this. I don't know how self-aware this person is. Because it's like an inability to commit to a path once found. It's not unwillingness to commit. It's not, you know, it's like almost striking me as like a capacity issue. Like it might be too difficult or painful for this person to admit to themselves their true nature. Their true non-committal nature, their true fears, whatever it is. Like this is probably being represented on this Five of Pentacles. Whatever that wound is might be too painful for this person to confront, and so they might see themselves as this King of Cups, Nine of Cups, like, I'm such a great person, I'm so emotionally connected, you know, I am everybody's wish fulfillment, I'm like this great person, and it's just not accurate. And with the Three of Pentacles, there might be a connection, again, to a work environment. The Three of Pentacles can talk about like the social energy, the communal energy of 3 combined with Pentacles, connected to work, career, finances. So it can be like working together with somebody, or somebody comes along and wants to invest in something that you're working on, and there is a real connection to career. And so that's why I was saying this might be somebody that you have worked with in some way, and that could be connected to your literal career, or it could just be saying the two of you might have, for a time, come together to work on something, even if that was something spiritual, even if it's just saying we came together to work on a relationship, we came together to work on self-growth, whatever it is. We came together to garden, I don't know, but there might be some, like, we just came together to work on something in some way, and with a connection to the Emperor, they might have been or perceived themselves to be somebody who was in a position of authority over you. Whether or not that is accurate, again, there's some aspect of unreality here, and that might be like this person showed up and portrayed themselves as somebody who was ready, willing, and able to commit to this process of working together to grow something. But they are non-committal. They have an inability to commit. You know, again, probably related to this, whatever this Five of Pentacles is representing. But I want to talk about the Emperor in addition to this Three of Pentacles. Is like, again, the Emperor represents the Divine Masculine. It represents somebody who is very stable, very responsible, somebody who has a plan, they're in control, they're a logical thinker, very rational, and they take care of their responsibilities. And the Emperor is a very committal energy. 4 is also a number that represents, you know, stability, security, safety, reliability. The Emperor always shows up. And they show up in an authentic way. And so it's like, you know, the Emperor can be trusted to follow through on whatever they have committed to. And so it's like with the shadow attribute of the Seeker archetype, and then this artificial, ignorant, careless, this is not real. And then we have the 5 of Pentacles here, and this for me would be the reason why. This portrayal of who this person is, whether this is how they really see themselves or if this is just what they're trying to project, there is some wound here that is being represented on the 5 of Pentacles. 5 of Pentacles can represent feeling abandoned, feeling left out, feeling like we've been rejected, like we've been told we're not good enough, like we're just kind of like an outsider. Maybe this person feels like they have been rejected, or yeah, there's some maybe an abandonment wound, and this is giving me the vibe with the inability to commit, this artificial portrayal of who they are, and the protection. This person might also be, there's a message, this person's trying to protect themselves. They might be the type of person who intentionally sabotages, or maybe this person portrays themselves one way and then gets into a situation where they have to prove themselves, and they get scared. And so they sabotage, or they run away, or they make up lie after lie, and it's like a tower of lies that's eventually going to collapse. They have probably an intense urge to protect themselves from ever feeling like this again, and so they put on a mask. So they don't have to be vulnerable, and it might create a pattern for them in their life where. Again, where they can't commit to anything because that commitment is scary. Because if I commit myself to something and it crumbles, or I commit myself to somebody and they walk away and break my heart, I can't handle that. My ego can't handle that. My self-esteem can't handle that. And so I'm gonna either sabotage it first, or I'm gonna I want to be wanted by this person, but when this person wants a commitment from me, I'm going to run away. You know, that kind of thing. So if this is resonating for you, and you have been kind of asking yourself, like, this person seemed so good on paper, or they just like seemed really committed, they seemed to be one way, why did this not work out? Was it something that I did? You know, if this is something that has had an effect on your self-esteem, or you feel like how could this person do this? Or, you know, if this person just ghosted you without any explanation after showing you only this side of yourself, and you just, you know, we're unaware of the other aspect to it, the message would be, I think, again, on this protection card, I think this is a dual message of like, whatever this person has done or might do in the future is based on them trying to protect themselves. They're trying to protect their own ego. They're trying to protect their own heart. Whether that is, you know, the right thing to do or not, they probably have commitment issues based on something that happened in their past. That does not absolve them of blame or say that it's okay that they would treat somebody else badly. But this might just be context for, you know, how they are as a person. There's also, so they're protecting themselves, there's also a message, you are being divinely protected from whatever was going on with this person or is still going on with this person. And there might be a message if you recognize this energy, but you're like, well, this person would never do this. There might be a message that maybe one of the reasons why you clicked on this video was so that your spirit guides and this person's higher self could give you a warning to be careful, because this person might not be portraying themselves as they actually are, or they might be trying to get you to they want you to see them this way. They don't want you to see this. And whether they would run away or shut down or whatever, if you were to address this, I don't know. I will say it's like with artificial, there's ignorant, which is giving me the sense that they might not be even aware that how they're trying to portray themselves is not 100% real. They might really see themselves this way. And with careless, it's like it's even giving me the sense that if something were to trigger this wound, they would shut down emotionally to the point where it's like their heart would close off, to put it that way, and they'd be able to do and say things that were very hurtful, because they would be desperate to protect themselves and not thinking about how their words would be hurtful to you or somebody else. So I want to say that. And with that said, I think this is where I'm going to leave your reading. I hope that this has resonated for you, and I hope that you liked it. If you did like it, please feel free to give it a like. Please comment down below and let me know how this resonated for you. If you like my videos and you want to see more from me, you can feel free to subscribe to my channel. I also have a Patreon where I post different types of bonus content, and an Etsy store where I have opened up some private readings. So if you are interested in that, the links to those will be in the description. With that said, thank you very much for watching Pile 2, and I do hope to see you in my next video. Hello Pile 3, and welcome to your reading. If you chose the white star, this is going to be a reading for today, where we are taking a look at who is currently thinking about you. And this is meant to be tapping into their energy, so the spread's going to be about them, and maybe a little bit about what they are currently going through, what their current energy is, and we might be able to pull some insights into their relationship with you and how they feel about you, and we'll just see what comes out in the cards. So with that said, let's get into it. Who is currently thinking about Pile 3? Spirit. Okay. Who is currently thinking about Pile 3? Who is... Okay, we have the Guardian of Pentacles. So this would be the Queen of Pentacles. Who is currently thinking about... And I just, from the fact that there is a bear on this card, and I'm thinking Mother Bear, or Mama Bear, when I see that, regardless of this person's gender, this might be somebody who feels protective over you, or just has a bit more of like a protective type of energy, might feel very protective over family, or people that they feel that they are responsible for. That would be just a message that's coming through. Ooh, okay, we have the Guardian of Swords. This would be the Queen of Swords. We have the High Priestess. So with two queens and the High Priestess, this might be a female or a feminine figure, or the High Priestess here might even be honestly, like a spirit guide, or if this is relevant to you, this won't apply to everybody, but if this is relevant to you, maybe somebody who is with you in spirit, maybe somebody who has passed. That might be a maternal figure for you, or like such as a mother, grandmother figure, or an aunt, or like a familial relation. Again, only take that if it resonates. This could very well be somebody who you have a spiritual connection with, who is in the 3D physical world. So, so I just wanted to say that. We will get a couple more cards. Who is currently thinking about? Okay. All right. We do have the Three of Pentacles. This card did come out for Pile 2, but their spread had a different energy to it. So, I mean, if you did feel drawn to Pile 2, there could be multiple people who are thinking about you. So I wanted to say that. Okay. Okay. We have the Eight of Cups here. And that's interesting. We're going to get your oracle cards right off the bat so we have the full context. Yeah, I don't know how to describe this energy. There is a bit of a calmer energy. It's also a little bit resigned would be the word, I think. It's like there's a calm, accepting energy where I wanted to say sad, but it's not sad. It's like the feeling after the sadness has passed and we've kind of accepted our situation, like a resignation. We're resigned to whatever has happened. That is an energy that I'm picking up on, that I wanted to mention, but we will get your oracle cards here. Ooh, okay. We have the lollipop, which says attractive, beautiful, gorgeous. And this spread is meant to be about them, who this person is. So this might be somebody that you find attractive or beautiful or gorgeous. And it could be a romantic connection. It could be platonic in the sense that you just recognize that this person's very good looking. And that might be something that resonates for you. Honestly, this could also be, if this is like maybe a maternal figure in your life, or somebody who might be like a spirit guide, or somebody who's with you in spirit, this might be just a message from them. Like, you know, that this is how they feel, like you're so beautiful, you're so gorgeous. Maybe a message from that person. It's not my intention to read this spread that way, but that it could be coming through as that. So I did want to say that. But this could very well be like a romantic connection, or it could be platonic, could be familial. I don't know, but you could just recognize that this person is very good looking, and they might have a very attractive energy. They might be very fun to be around. The lollipop energy there's sort of like, like a fun sort of carefree energy there as well. And I had something else to say and I forgot what it was, so that's okay. Okay, we have peace here with some doves. Honestly, there might be some of you watching for whom this is about somebody who has passed, in which case this would be a message that their soul is at peace. So again, I felt compelled to give that message. If that's relevant for you, there might also be a way to interpret this where the energy of sort of a past sadness and then an acceptance of the status quo it might be a message about this person having come to peace with a specific situation. This might be a situation with the Eight of Cups here, where you or they might have walked away from something. You or they might have walked away from specifically the connection that the two of you had. And if that's the case, then I think this person at least has come to terms with that fact. However that resonates for you. And then we have, the Advocate archetype, which says, inspires you to put compassion into action. I would say with the energy that I was getting from the Queen of Pentacles, of like that kind of like protectiveness, this person, you might recognize this person as somebody who does have a strong sense of right and wrong and feels protective over other people. They might have like a strong environmentalist attitude with the imagery here, and then being out in the forest. They're almost in the same pose, this bear and this person, in that same pose. And that Advocate, it's like inspires you to put compassion to action, because we feel compassion and empathy for whatever we are nurturing here. We are going to advocate for it. We are going to take action to protect whatever it is that we feel compassionate towards, if that makes sense. Whatever is our responsibility, whatever thing is in our care, whoever we feel empathy towards, we feel the need to take action to protect that thing. And we're going to advocate for our needs and for the needs of other people as well. And I also want to point out this, that cards have like a deep green type of color, might be a connection to nature. This is the Spacious Tarot is very much nature themed, so you know, we're out in nature, but then there's also this plant here, the connection to it being nurturing, having a real nurturing side, and then also there's a connection to the heart chakra, this would be with the pink here, it's like a balance between the divine masculine, divine feminine aspects of the heart chakra. So somebody has kind of like an open heart, is very loving and compassionate and nurturing and giving, and also protective over the things that they feel protective over. And then that is being balanced with this Queen of Swords energy, which is very much like a rational, logical, a very, very clear thinker, clear communicator, and this would be very much connected to the advocacy side, like taking action, speaking out, and making sure that you are doing whatever you need to do to have your needs met and to meet as many needs of as many people as you can in a responsible and reasonable way. Again, the Queen of Swords is somebody who sets clear and healthy boundaries, somebody who's not afraid to speak up for themselves and others, and is a very rational, logical thinker, in addition to this loving, nurturing side as well. And then we have this High Priestess. The High Priestess is a message about somebody who is very highly intuitive, has a very strong sense of spirituality, a strong sense of their connection to their own intuition, their own gut feelings, and possibly to a higher source of spirituality. This could be somebody who does have a spiritual practice and who practices spirituality, but it doesn't have to be. It could just be somebody who's just very tapped into their own natural intuition. And has kind of a sense of how to exist with the flow of the universe. To put it that way, that might be kind of an odd thing to say. That's what I'm feeling compelled to say. Then I also want to, like, this is part of the sense, the intuitive message I was getting about maybe somebody who might have passed or might be with you in spirit is related to this High Priestess. There might be, again, it's a general reading. This could be something that only resonates for one or two people watching. If you do have a loved one who is potentially a maternal figure who has passed, this would be a message. They are with you in spirit and they are helping guide you. They are one of your spirit guides. So I did want to give that message. If it resonates for somebody, it doesn't have to be. This could just be saying this person is highly intuitive and trusts their intuition. So in addition to being a very clear, rational, logical thinker, they also have a highly developed sense of intuition. And I think they do trust their gut when it comes to certain things, and are just like, it's like that combination of intelligence and wisdom that's being represented here. Then we have the Three of Pentacles. This could be a message. The Three of Pentacles does carry kind of like the social communal energy of the number 3 combined with Pentacles, which can be related to work and career. And so this card is often associated with coworkers, employees, work relationships, your boss, or somebody who's in a position of authority over you. At work, it can also be associated with working, like collaborating with somebody on a project, with somebody who is investing time or resources in something that we're working on. This might be saying that whoever we're talking about here, whoever is thinking about you, is somebody who has worked with you, or who is currently working with you to achieve a certain goal, whether that is related to your career or a creative project or some advocacy that you might be doing. This would be a message that this person genuinely feels like you are somebody who is worth investing in, I'm getting the sense this person feels good about working with you. If you're currently working together, or if this was something that has happened in the past, that didn't work out for whatever reason, I am getting the sense that this person doesn't have regrets about, like they've made peace with whatever happened, but they don't have regrets about whatever's being represented on this Three of Pentacles, because it was the right thing to do at the time. Like the energy I'm picking up is very much like, it felt like the right thing to do at the time, so I'm not going to look back on it with regret. To that kind of very practical mindset, you know, and that's what's coming to me about that. And then we have this Eight of Cups, which is an interesting message here. This might be a message about that you are no longer in contact with this person, or that something that you were working together with this person on didn't end up working out in the end, because one or the other of you decided to walk away. The Eight of Cups can carry a message about walking away from something that is no longer serving you. It can talk about that kind of bittersweet feeling of knowing that we need to detach ourselves from something. It can be a person, a relationship, a situation, or an environment that is no longer serving our greater good. It's no longer healthy for our mental health. It's taking a toll on us. And for whatever reason, it's not working out. And so it's like feeling sad that something is ending, and at the same time, it's that feeling of whatever is over this mountain range, whatever is over this horizon is going to be better than whatever I'm leaving behind, because whatever I'm leaving behind is no longer in alignment with my divine path. And I need to accept that and make peace with that, that moving forward away from whatever this thing I'm leaving behind is the right thing to do, as hard and painful as it might be in the moment. So that is kind of what's giving me this idea that if you're no longer in contact with this person, or if something that you were doing together with this person didn't end up working out, it's almost giving me the sense, it's like, from this person's perspective, again, this is based on their energy. This is, you know, I don't really know how you feel about this person or this situation. From their perspective, neither one of you did anything wrong. I think from their perspective, it just, whatever happened here just didn't work out. And again, they've come to a place of making peace. Like they're like, okay, they've accepted whatever happened here. The message of the lollipop card. Despite my intention when I was pulling the card, I believe that is a message for you, and I think it's meant as a compliment for you. And I think that this is how this person genuinely feels about you. And it's, you know, the attractive, beautiful, gorgeous. It's like, that can have romantic connotations if this was a romantic connection, but it doesn't have to. Like, this can just be like, you know, pile three, thinking, your person thinking about you and thinking, you know, I want my higher self to show up in this reading today and just let pile three know they're attractive, beautiful, and gorgeous, no matter how they feel about themselves. And again, that can be romantic, but it doesn't have to be. It could be totally platonic. And it could be like, if this is a maternal figure who has passed, like they're just letting you know you're attractive and beautiful and gorgeous. Don't sell yourself short. You know, and so it would be up to you to kind of interpret what this means for you in the context of this reading. But those are the messages that I have for you today, pile three. I hope that you have enjoyed this reading. If you did like it, please feel free to like this video. Please comment down below and let me know how this resonated for you. If you like my videos and you want to see more from me, you can feel free to subscribe to my channel. I also have a Patreon where I post bonus content, and an Etsy shop where I'm opening up private readings. So if you're interested in those, the links will be in the description. And with that said, thank you very much for watching pile three, and I do hope to see you in my next video.